Alright, so I just saw Pearl, and I'm never gonna look at scarecrows the same again. Pearl comes to us from Ti West, director of X and House of the Devil, one of my favorite horror films of all time. And the big question is, can he deliver a prequel to X that can stand on its own as well as enrich in the experience of that first film? And the answer is yes. Ti West and Mia Goth more than deliver. This is an outstanding prequel. It is disturbing. There's a little bit of Wizard of Oz in there and whatever happened to Baby Jane. A lot of misery I read off of this. A lot of misery. And overall, I just really dug this movie. Now, Pearl takes place in 1918 during the Spanish flu and the First World War. So there's a huge and enriching backdrop for everything that is taking place in this story. So with all of the big world events going on, it allows Pearl to be a smaller film because you know bigger things are happening on the outside. And it makes the world larger, even though the film only takes place in a few handful of locations. But it is Mia Goth that guides us through this journey into madness. I gotta tell you, during the first few minutes, the movie truly commits to being a Technicolor film from the 1950s. You open up and there's farm shots, and the music by Tyler Bates is joyous, and it feels like you're watching a Judy Garland picture or something, and you're like, oh, how sweet. And Pearl starts singing and stuff, and sinister shit starts cooking up. And it is all on the shoulders of Mia Goth. And I know she co-wrote the film as well, and you can tell her fingerprints are all over this. I mean, when an actor truly commits, they know what the character needs for the story to move forward, and she knows this character inside and out. I thought this only enhanced the experience of even the first film, because now you get the motivation, you understand the madness, everything. The curtain has been pulled back. Another true MVP of the movie is Ti West. Again, this is a huge collaboration between the two of them. They complement each other so well. Ti West commits to this journey. He commits to this vision. The color correction in this is awesome. The shots, outstanding. I think this might be my favorite directorial effort from Ti West. I don't know if it's my favorite Ti West movie, but I think this is the most, show-stopping thing he's directed. There's a wonderful sequence with a monologue that is a highlight of Mia Goth's career, of Ti West's career, and overall, I just really, really dug this movie, man. And I did like X. I loved it, actually. I liked it a lot. But I feel like Pearl just spoke to me more in terms of the film side, right? There's a lot going on here in terms of a character study, because this is the origin tale of somebody who's just truly despicable. But even with the horrible things she does to people who just don't deserve it at all, you kind of get where she's coming from, in a way, in a sick way. But that's what a good actor does, and Mia Goth excels at this. And another highlight, I gotta say, is even though the kills there's not a ton in here, when they come, they really, really work. And they are just, they make you shiver, but it's truly her performance. It's like Kathy Bates level of unnerving. And she's just one of the coolest stars working today, Mia Goth. And yeah, I truly cannot wait for Maxine. I have no idea what that movie's gonna be, but Pearl just stands on its own 2 feet. Even if you don't like X, I would say still check this out. If you're a fan of movies from the 1950s, if you think that you could withstand some of the gore and stuff, I think this is a super, super solid character piece. And that speaks to me more. As much as I like the slasher elements of the first movie, I think just focusing on Pearl and this journey and the world that they create on this farmland in Texas, and the budget here has to be so small, but it feels big. Everything feels bigger. And setting it during the First World War and the flu adds to the paranoia as well. And the supporting cast is great too. Everybody is really grounded, and that's what I love about Ti West and what he's able to deliver with his characters. They feel like real people. They feel grounded. Nobody's like this mustache twirling villain. Nobody's really out to try to get Pearl or anything. No, everybody has simple motivations, and you can understand where they're coming from. And these are normal people who have to deal with somebody who's not quite so normal. And that's where the movie really, really shines. Again, Mia Goth, whoever she's paired with in each scene, she is just, you can't take your eyes off of her. And between the two films, this is by far my favorite performance out of the two so far. It's her show. It is just spectacular. She is just really, really spectacular. I would say even up there this year with Michelle Yeoh in terms of some of my favorite performances. And man, Mia Goth she's something special here, and it would be a shame if the Academy overlooked her. And I know they overlook a lot of people that do horror films, but again, there's a monologue in here that is just spectacular. It is unnerving, and Mia Goth crushes it. She truly does. And I know I'm talking about those two a lot, but this is really just their show. It's the Mia Goth and Ti West show. It's here. Here's everything I could show you I can do as a director, and here's everything I could show you I could do as an actor. And it is awesome. I was cackling. I was laughing the whole time in an unnerving way. It's such an unnerving movie. It's so dreadful, but darkly funny. And there's a mean streak to it. And Ti West is able to ride that line like a tightrope. And I think you need that. You need that here, and it works incredibly well. Past 2 weeks for horror between Barbarian and Pearl have just been more than awesome. And just, I'm so happy that we get 2 weeks of movies that just deliver on all fronts. And what a year for horror too, right? Like, we get a couple of new icons in the landscape. And obviously we could talk more about that in the years to come once everybody has seen Barbarian. But between Pearl and Barbarian, and even Scream was so much fun, and The Black Phone, I mean, this is awesome. And I think if you're a fan of horror movies, you will have a fun time here. So check out Pearl. I say see it. Anyway, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and we will see you next time.